Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. I'm playing a very series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. I'll go over there to try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. This isn't normally an item that I would be reviewing from this particular establishment. But we'll get to that. Folks, it is a super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yam around about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing today? Well, folks, I'm wearing my Essinger shirt. Which, if you were unfamiliar with the gentleman who goes by the moniker Essinger, he is a musician, musical artist fellow, creates kind of electronica, sort of dark, sort of synthwave industrial music. I became aware of him a couple years ago at the time I'm doing this. He was on tour with a band I love called the Cybertronic Spree. I'd never heard of him before, never, had any experience with his stuff. I really enjoyed his set. I thought it was very, very cool. After his set, I went over there, went to his merch table, bought a couple shirts, bought a CD, went over there, chatted with him a bit, got a picture. I liked it so much, in fact, I even went over there, took some videos of his performance. Those videos are on my channel as well, just in case maybe you want a sampling of kind of what I'm talking about. And if you're into his stuff or whatever, I am more than happy to direct you his way because I think his stuff is super fucking cool. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Why is it not a thing that normally would be a thing from this place? Well, folks, because I headed back to, boom, it's just a thing. This is from Burger Antics, which I've reviewed one of their burgers from. As you would assume, they're kind of famous for that. But this isn't a burger. No, folks, this is, well, boom, it's this, but it's really hard to see what it is. But what this actually is this is their Slamin salmon Philly cheese, which consists of house smoked salmon, Munster smoked Gouda, Applewood smoked bacon, red onion, roasted red pepper, and a house-made chipotle avocado mayo on a French roll. And what with this being what it is, folks, I'm considering this a sub sandwich. So, with it being a sub sandwich, I have to preface it 3 things. Number 1, for over a year now, I've been going on sub sandwich adventures. What that means is I've been going out to basically every place to sell sub sandwiches. I've been trying them, I've been reviewing them, posting the reviews here on YouTube. That's just a thing that I've been doing. Second thing, not only have I been posting them onto YouTube, but I'm such a nice guy, I've been posting them to a specific playlist called Subs for Subs. So, if you enjoy my sub sandwich reviews, first of all, thank you very much. But if you want all of that sub sandwich review goodness, it's all there. But maybe that's not enough for you. Maybe you need even more sub sandwich goodness. And here's number 3, folks. That's how 3 works. All you have to do, folks, is just wait until Sunday. Why? Because Sunday is SUBday. That is the day when I go over there and I upload my sub sandwich reviews. Typically, I'm going to give you at least a couple. Sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 4. One time it was 1. And I'll never let myself go on that. Because I literally went the whole day without realizing that it was Sunday until way late in the day. And I was like, crap, gotta upload. But, all that aside, folks, let's try out a Philly cheese salmon thing from Burger Antics. This, by the way, is a special item. It is part of their brunch menu. They normally don't do brunches, but every now and again. And so this is a unique item. I've never had this before. Let's see if we can get the thing so that I can get a thing. Oh God, it's going to be so hard to hold. Okay, it looks like, boom, it looks like this. We can do better than that, Brandon. Ha 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 ha. Something like that, yeah? Ha 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 ha. Let's give it a go. It's going to be so hard to manage. No! All right. Mmm. Bacon is great. Burger Antics always uses really good bacon. Bacon is definitely a standout. Okay, yeah. And then you're getting the salmon. Okay, that's interesting the way they blend together because the bacon has a smoky flavor. And it's kind of the thing that hits you at first. But then, as the bacon kind of dies down, it kind of becomes the smoky salmon flavor. And that's really cool. I didn't expect that. We also got some of the avocado mayo. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can taste it. Not only the avocado, but beyond that, like, you can, like, texture-wise, you can tell that it's like an avocado mayo. Like, it's got that, like, thickness to it and that kind of fattiness, you know, that avocado has. By the way, I apologize for the fucking sun. Try as I might, my Kickstarter to blow up the sun has still yet to receive the appropriate funds, and there's only so much I can do. And if I were in a better area, and I don't mean that against the area itself, I mean just parking spot-wise, I would move, but I just, yeah. So, this, though, oh, this is super good. I like this a whole lot. There's like, I love seafood. I grew up eating a lot of seafood as a kid because my dad was big on fish and stuff. But as an adult, I don't eat nearly as much of it as I used to. You know, it's just easier to grab a burger and shit. This is really good, man. One thing about Burger Antics, oh, by the way, Burger Antics is a local spot. As a result, the review is going to end up in a playlist that I have called Eating Out, Illinois. That is a playlist just for local spots. Burger Antics, the previous review I did of one of their burgers is also there. So just kind of highlighting the Illinois local scene. No, this is exceptionally good. I was a little bit worried that maybe there'd be a bit too much going on because Burger Antics makes great stuff. No two ways about it. I've never had anything I've disliked from them. But every now and again, they do come up with something that's a little bit much, and it can almost be a little bit confused. And again, it's not commonplace, you know, they know what they're doing, but every now and again I will get something where I'm like, okay, kinda. This is a full-on win. I never would have thought bacon and salmon, but again, because that smoky flavor, it kind of segues and bridges the gap. This is really good. About the only thing I maybe would have done without, for me personally, the onions. For one thing, they kind of didn't really sit on it very well because there's just so much going on. But beyond that, I don't know. I get that they were maybe aiming for like adding a little bit of freshness, but I kind of feel like it already does that with, what is it? Like with the roasted peppers and stuff. So, but yeah, I like this a lot, man. And the French bread is fantastic. They toasted it too, so it's extra delicious. It's a bit unwieldy, but damn it, that's really good. In fact, I'm going to go as far as to say, because before I did this review, I actually got some brunch from them, because, you know, brunch. I got some, what were they? Chicken and waffle pancake tacos, which were good. Really enjoyed them. Really liked, like, they had, like, I think it was, like, pickled radish or something on top. That was really interesting. I enjoyed them. You know, nice little brunch. This is better. I like this so much, man. It's been such a long time since I've had salmon, but, like, everything about this, it seems, again, like it could just be confusing and kind of a mess. But it works because, again, like, there's all these little things that kind of segue the stuff together with the smokiness from the bacon, smokiness of the salmon, then you got kind of the fattiness of the avocado, and, you know, and one of the things about the mayo, it's really tasty, but I like that it is an avocado mayo because it's not trying to take over the whole situation. You know, it gives a nice kind of fresh little sort of, you know, decadent fattiness to it, but it's not trying to take over the whole dish. The salmon is definitely still the hero. I really like this one a lot, man. This is a hell of a thing. You know, I figured it was going to be good because, again, I like Burger Antics. I think they do a great job. But this exceeded my expectations, like, by a lot. A lot. Now, all that said, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? 100% and 100%. For me, again, it's a brunch menu thing. They don't always do brunches. It's, you know, kind of a here or there sort of thing when they do them. For me personally, I understand why they wouldn't, but I personally hope that they keep this at least on the brunch menu as a permanent item. But if they even wanted to add this to the normal menu, like, this is so good. Maybe the onions I don't need to be there. That's just me personally. But as an item, this is something where it speaks to the credit of Burger Antics that their food is so good that this, on almost any other menu item for, you know, kind of a small sit-down place, would be a highlight. It would be something you would go there for. But with Burger Antics, they have so many great things, and they're always changing their menu to other great stuff. It's one of many, but I do think it really is a standout. And by that same token, if I'm recommending it to people, I mean, obviously you got to be into seafood. It is a messy thing, but again, I think it's one of those things where if it sounds appealing, even a little bit, I think even if you're on the cusp, try it. Because everything about it is super tasty, and everything about it is well represented. So I personally think, I mean, if it doesn't sound, intriguing, probably not going to be for you. Because it is one of those things where it does exactly what it says. Anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly, I am going to have so much food for later-tastic rest of your life. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you can do, folks. You're trying not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and bullshit. Sometimes, you got to deal with that stuff. When you do, it's important that we all go over there. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, here's what I want you to go out and do. And I mean, you do your own thing. But here's what I want you to go out and do. If you get the opportunity and, you've got some local spots that you love or something like that, always do what you can, to go over there and give them a little bit of a shout out when you can. Recommend them to people. Yeah, when I was working at my gas station job, there was this one awesome little Mexican restaurant. Sadly, it's not there anymore. But, I would go over there and I would always tell customers about it and stuff like that. I always wanted to highlight it, And eventually they did really well, and eventually the owners ended up retiring. That's why it's not there anymore. But, and it is so important that we do highlight these local spots. There's nothing wrong with, grabbing some fast food or going to a chain location or something like that. And don't let people make you feel shitty for doing that, But at the same time, when you can, maybe it costs a little bit more, maybe it's not quite as quick, but usually in terms of the quality, that's all I'm saying. Or conversely, do whatever you want. You're an adult, presumably, because all of my videos are specifically set to not be watched by children. But that doesn't mean that children couldn't watch it if they really wanted to, I guess. Bye!